Hi, Virgo. This is your relationship reading for October 2025. I'm Mystica Venice, and welcome to my channel. I wanted to start by clearing the energies. All right, and I did shuffle the deck a little bit to get your energy into it. Spirit guides, ancestors, guided messengers, please be here now. Aphrodite, Venus, Ishtar, Isis, Mother Gaia, please be here now. I call you in to give us divine guidance and channeled messages for Virgo this October 2025 in their relationships. All right. I hope you had a good month last month in September, and the eclipse energy was transformative for you. I'm sure you're still feeling the effects of it now. I want to get the first card out is you in this relationship. Let's get a card that represents, looks like you're putting down a lot of burdens at this time. And Virgo's partner. What card most represents Virgo's partner at this time? Spirit. It's thinking. Too many. Okay. All right, Spirit. Give me a clear and concise message. What card most represents Virgo's partner at this time? Ooh. Okay. So your partner is a beginning on the road to like a stable either enterprise or like a stable life path on their way to stability. And you are at the end of carrying your burdens. Let's see. How does your partner see you? They see you as being diligent and persevering in all of your tasks, but also having this mindset that is no longer applicable, like holding on to a past mindset of some sort. I got this upside down, but this is sort of like waiting. They see you as waiting for like waiting for a dream, or it's a little bit of an impractical energy, like as far as relationships, like because this person they're not paying attention to these full cups, but they're kind of like, now there's like a cup coming down from the clouds and they don't see that either. So maybe this person feels like that you don't see your gifts. And then the last card was the Page of Wands. I got that upside down. So they see you as somebody that is like passionate and at the beginning of their path to following their passions, or the beginning of some sort of growth. And then how do you see your partner, Virgo? How do you... Whoa! Two Swords. You see them as having to make some sort of a choice, or being of two minds. You see them as kind of like blocking maybe your fire with this like intellect, like a little bit cool. You see them as being a little cool, like reserved, and maybe even you feel like they're holding you out, like they've built a little bit of a wall. How else does Virgo see their partner? How does Virgo see their partner? You see that your partner has a lot of choices. This could be because of this beginning of this stable energy. But you also, this is also, you see your partner is having possibly a lot of worries and anxieties. Okay. Let's see. How do you, how do you feel, how did you feel about this relationship in the past? Ooh, good save. Okay, you saw this as the beginning of something very special, something, very loving, very, almost innocent. Like this is a fresh cup of love. Like this is, you really had a great feeling about this relationship. How do they see this relationship in the past? You have a lot of great memories of the beginnings, and they saw the beginning of this relationship as very fiery and passionate. So that's a good start. How do you see the relationship now, currently? Ooh, too many. What's this one? You see that it is like grown a lot, that it's very secure, that it's still passionate, but you know, uh, it's grown into something that is like become like a more stable foundation, and like the love continues, the passion continues to grow. Yeah, there were too many here, but like you got the Sun card, so you see this is a very stable. Sorry, that's the Sun card and the Ten of Pentacles, and so like you see this is like a, you know, this makes you happy and joyous and also like stable, secure, happy home. So like it seems that you are very contented with this relationship at this time. Um, and how do they? Here, let me just give that a look. How do they see this relationship at this time? How do they view the relationship now? Virgo's partner, the Fool. They are an adventurer. It was upside down, but they're like getting ready to. They see this relationship as being very adventurous, and in the path of something new. Um, it's an interesting mismatch because it's like you're already like, you know this is like the most stable, happiness I've had, and they're like, oh wow, this is just like the beginning of something very exciting. Um, what else do they think about this? What else does? Oh. The Tower. There's a mismatch here because they're seeing it like this and you're seeing it like this. So we're gonna have to clarify and see what this means, because the Fool in the Tower to me sounds like they're seeing this time like they're gonna start out and do something new. So like you're dropping a lot of burdens. They see you as having a lot of burdens and not appreciating yourself enough. And they see you as like still growing into your maturity. And so you have like a really idyllic view of this relationship. And that's, we all should live for, put ourselves into our relationship. So you have like this great view of this relationship and you see it as being very, wonderful. It, I'm going to pull some more cards on this Knight of Pentacles to see what this new venture is of theirs. And I'm also going to pull some cards on what they're like blocking here and what these worries or choices might be. So but first, How do you see this relationship in the future? What do you see the future of this relationship going? You already have most of the best cards right there. Oh. Transformation. You see it as being, you know, magical, having like all of the tools to get where you're going. But it's like a little bit misguided here, because there are like some misunderstandings that you guys either are having or have been having some conflicts. Now this woman here in the nine of is it the eight of swords, she actually she could like take these, she could take these blindfolds off, and she's surrounded by these swords. It's like time to it's a little bit of a self-imposed restrictions in the way that you're perceiving this situation. Maybe it's like you're not seeing this part. You're seeing all the potential in this relationship. Here with the Magician, you're seeing all the potential, but there's something that you're not seeing, and it has to do with whatever this friction is. It doesn't have to be a full-blown battle like in the card, but definitely a friction. And then the Page of Pentacles came upside down. Now he had the Knight of Pentacles in the beginning, and you have him here as the Page of Pentacles upside down. The Page of Pentacles is somebody that's like not ready. And then how do they see the future of this relationship? Maybe you're worried that there will be potential conflicts, but I really like with the Eight of Swords there's something that you're overlooking. Like it's like ignoring red flags. That's exactly what ignoring red flags in the context of a relationship. Like, I mean, I didn't exactly say what I'm asking. So in the future, they see this as like over. You've got upside down Queen of Wands. That's like a, well, so because the Queen of Wands stands for like love and passion and security and nurturing. She could be fiery tempered as well with the passion. Worries, temperance, patience. These are all upside down. And then, you know, this guy is like picking up what he has left after a battle. So there is a mismatch here of this outcome, of the way that you guys are seeing this relationship. In a case like this, I would think that you would want to make sure that you guys are on the same page about like what you're looking for in a relationship, you know, and it could be as simple as that, you know, like maybe you just don't see, you know, the relationship the same. Like you're looking for like long-term, you know, family security, like the one, and they are seeing this as more of like a stepping stone. So what is the challenge here for Virgo in this relationship? It's a challenge for Virgo and their partner in this relationship. I'm going to pull from a different deck. I've used so many of those cards already. What is the challenge in this relationship? Moving on. Six of Swords. Dropping the burdens. Eight of Swords, same cards. Taking off the blindfolds. So let's take a look into them. Like, I wonder why you're, you know, I really do think it's like one of these situations where you've invested so much time into this, and you have so many great memories that it's hard to see this for where it's going with the Six of Swords. This are the challenges. What are the rewards? Well, we know what the rewards are. So why does he have the Knight of Pentacles here? What's this new journey that he's taken? What is he headed towards? What is our Knight of Pentacles headed towards? Can you tell me what Virgo's Knight of Pentacles is headed towards? Four of Cups. Indecision. You see that? How he's pouting. These are genderless readings. You know, I read the cards as the characters on the cards. And what is this Knight of Pentacles guarding against? Why does he have the Two of Swords here? Why is the Two of Swords here? What are they blocking from? Okay, so this one got kind of messed up for some tequila a very long time ago, but this is the Five of Cups, and they're just like, it's like a card of like not appreciating, you know, like the Three Cups are spilt, but the Two Cups are standing, and they're not appreciating it. And they're, you know, this is like a card of like, they think the grass is greener or something like that. They're not appreciating what they have. And then also, oh, the Empress. Who's this? They're headed towards the Empress. This could, I mean, this could be like the person they think, you know, when they're thinking of the grass is greener, they have like this idea, this image of like the perfect person, the perfect nurturer. Or this could actually be a person. Drop it in the comments and let me know. And then why do they have all of this anxiety and worry or choice? King of Wands. Passion. Five of Wands. Arguments. They want to, like, kind of rule their roost, or maybe there's been some arguments, and they're kind of looking for, like, somebody who hasn't viewed them in that light before. They're having trouble getting past these, like, arguments. Let's see what else about that. Anything else? What are these Five of Wands here for? Or what's? Tell me more about this King of Wands. What about? Tell me more about this King of Wands. I am getting that this Empress represents, like, they have this idea that there's, like, you know, somebody perfect out there, but I'm not showing. It's like it feels like it's a kind of a dreamland. But what is this Fool and Tower here? What is this? What is this new adventure that Virgo's person is going on? Oh, healing. They're healing from something. Ooh. And leaving. Yeah. It appears as you're going through a very tough time in October. I mean, they could be leaving a certain kind of way of lifestyle. Like if they're not leaving, but they're going somewhere. Tower, the Fool, the Chariot, the Star, and then... So I feel like the healing leads to this death, which is the transformation. Maybe they've just changed. Maybe they've changed over this time. You guys have both changed. You know, you have had a lot of happy memories. I don't know. I can't see what this changes, but they're getting the Fool. So what is the death card here for? Yeah. Why do we have the Queen of Wands upside down? I mean, they're getting the more anxiety and worries. This is in the future. And Temperance, like, not patience. It just seems like there is some... What is this in the future? What is this kind of situation happening here in the future? Virgo and Virgo's partner. What are they walking away from? I think there's no more messages here. So, I'm going to pull a healing oracle card. Sorry, this is such a... You know, obviously, if this is not your message, don't make it fit. But if this is resonating, please let me know in the comments. Let's get a healing message for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Ascension. So this talks about you like rising above the occasion here and like ascending into like rising above this situation, you know, being the bigger person. What else? Nobody likes to hear that. Okay, discernment. Use your discernment. I mean, I think that just speaks to like having information before you act, like, or speak, you know, not act or speak, but like before you use your discernment when like if you're hearing a story from your partner, make sure you have all the facts so that you can make like wise decisions. That's what I meant by discernment. What else here? Creativity. Let your cups overflow. You know, maybe get into some art. Channel this energy into something creative. I'm gonna do the Moonology cards. What is one piece of advice for Virgo? What do you need to release? You know, what do you need to release? You know, sometimes when we release these burdens that you have here in the beginning, and you're standing here diligently guarding these wands, these passions, it gets really heavy. And when you release something, I actually got this card in my dailies, and if you haven't seen my dailies, they're on Instagram. I do post some of them here, but on Instagram at Mystic of Venice Tarot. And but I do them there every day. And so it just means like once you like drop some of these responsibilities, you're gonna feel a whole lot lighter, and then you can get, then you can move on, like you have here, and get back to. You also have it here. You have this twice. Like it's time to release these burdens. It's holding you back. It's holding you back, and this person may be holding you back as well. Like it seems to me that they are, if this is the situation. So just take some time for yourself. Maybe be with friends. I wish you well. And I'll be doing October readings this week as well. So tune in for that, and we can get a little more information on what's going on here and where your life is headed, because it didn't really say. It just said you were leaving. So I wish you all the best. Thanks, Virgo. Bye.